Wow, what a ride, friends. We kicked off season 3 of the morning show by launching Bradley Jackson into space, and here we are at the finale watching Brad turn herself over to the feds for multiple felonies. We are having a time. We are thriving. Of course, Bradley doesn't just waltz on over to the FBI building immediately after her on-air resignation. Several things transpire around her and through the halls of UBA before she gets to that point, and most of it is some good old-fashioned backstabbing of both the corporate and personal kind. The morning show never feels more alive than when everyone is backstabbing one another. Backstabbing, launching people into space, backstabbing, singing Ain't No Mountain High Enough with someone's mentally unstable mother, backstabbing. There. That's how you do insane TV right there. The need for all this backstabbing comes as part of the fallout from Paul Marks's multi-pronged plan to get Bradley and her investigation into Hyperion out of the way, kick Corey to the curb, and continue his march toward taking ownership of UBA before stripping it for parts to make some sweet cash to fund his failing rocket program. Alex's first hint that her boyfriend may be diabolical is probably when he walks in and is like, "Hell yeah, I leaked that story about Corey grooming Bradley and outing her out of retaliation, and I'd do it again." Alex knows Corey is a lot of things, but he's not a sexual predator. So when Paul tells her about Bradley resigning over the January 6th footage and goes on about how he promised he would help her any way he could and how the resignation was her own idea and she seemed relieved once she decided to do it, Alex is a little suspicious. But still, she needs more evidence if she's going to toss all that hot sex out the door, you know? Paul Marks looked like he knew what he was doing, and a woman has needs. After getting nowhere with Bradley over text, Alex goes to her place to check on her friend and get some clarification on the situation. She finds a paranoid and pretty manic Bradley at the door. Bradley demands Alex leave her bag and phone out in the hall before coming inside. She is not okay. Part of it is because she has finally confronted her baggage around this entire thing. She still carries the guilt of turning her dad in for his hit and run when she was a kid, which surely factored into why she couldn't bring herself to turn in her brother. But it's also because she has realized the only way Paul could have known that Laura knew about what Bradley did was if Paul were spying on her. "I think he's been surveilling me ever since I started investigating him. He has eyes on me. If it weren't so serious, I would laugh and laugh at how insane Bradley looks right now. Just kidding, I'm still laughing. That girl is wild-eyed." Alex is still skeptical that Paul could take it far, but she has to admit there's really no other way he could know those things. When Bradley tells Alex about how Paul threatened her and Laura's livelihood, Alex believes her friend. But before she tries to figure out a way to stop the sale, as Bradley begs her to, she wants a little more proof. Something irrefutable. Alex decides to use Paul's spying against him, and boy oh boy, does this dummy fall for it. Alex sends a text to Bradley about her laying low and going home to the very specific town of Hanover for a while. There's no way Paul could know this piece of information on his own. When Alex gets home shortly after sending Bradley the text, she tells Paul about how off Bradley is and how she wishes she could do something to help her. Paul pretends to have a shred of empathy and suggests that hiding out back in Hanover may be the best for Bradley until it blows over. I mean, I refuse to believe Paul Marks isn't spying on people all over the place, and he just drops Hanover casually into conversation within the first 5 minutes? Be cool about the information you're stealing, dude. This is like surveilling 101 here. Paul deserves to get caught and deserves to have his entire life's work destroyed. He is an idiot.